Merry Christmas, guys.
That's perfectly fine with me then. 12 Days of Christmas, day 3. Holy moly. We're not doing anything special this episode. It's just our normal weekly episode, but because we just needed some normalcy before the holidays, and that's just what you guys are gonna get. You're not gonna get one next week, I don't think, unless we don't feel like filming the Fortnite video that we're supposed to give you, but we probably will film the Fortnite one, so you probably won't get one of these next week. But yeah, day 3, 12 Days of Christmas, normal episode.
To stupid statistics. So first things first, we had the Indiana Hoosiers quarterback Fernando Mendoza wins the year's Heisman Trophy. Also becomes the first player from Indiana to win this award. Vandy's Diego Pavia finished second, and let's just say he didn't leave a good impression on some people.
Yeah, well, so after he initially lost and finished second, he was just like dropping F-bombs everywhere and was like, hey guys, like, this isn't right. And then, come to find out, he actually went to the club in New York and he got like this sign. You know how in Vegas they have those light up signs and the firework thingamabobbers? And so he got one of those, and on it he put F Indiana, and it was like, really, like,
That's like sore loser next level.
Yeah, it's not very good. And like, I didn't even like him to begin with because he transferred from New Mexico State, I think. And Liberty played against them for a couple well, they still do, but before he transferred. And like, we just beat the crap out of him. So I'm like even confused how he's in contention for a Heisman, which is literally the highest honor that you can probably get in college football. I'm just like, he's just not that good of a player. Like, why is he here? What do I know?
But congrats to Fernando Mendoza.
Yeah.
And then the last time the Chiefs missed the NFL playoffs, a Red Bull driver had their streak of 4 straight championships end. And both times the new champion was a British driver.
Mhm. Mhm.
And iconic. But moving on, the Eagles quarterback Jalen Hurts threw more interceptions last week than Giants rookie quarterback Jackson Dart has thrown this entire season. Hurts threw 4 interceptions in one game, and Dart has 3 interceptions on the season. I mean, yeah.
I'm telling you, they need to get rid of Jalen Hurts because he's not doing jack squat. And I don't understand how people are like, oh, he's such a good quarterback. Like, no, he's not. No, he's not.
But moving on, so during his Super Formula testing, Jack Doohan crashed at the same corner for 3 consecutive days. I saw the videos, I was just like, dang.
Yeah, he couldn't catch a break, but he didn't crash there in F1. So I'm just like,
I don't think so.
I mean, there shouldn't be that much of a difference between the two cars, right?
We say. We say.
Yeah, true, but
and then we have Christian Pulisic has played 623 minutes so far this season. He has scored 9 goals and 2 assists so far, meaning that he is averaging a goal contribution every 56 minutes, even while struggling through injuries. So,
yeah.
slay.
My boy CP.
Yes. Captain America. But speaking of soccer, now to soccer.
Yes, well, and Pulisic, we're starting in Serie A. So Atalanta beat Cagliari 2-1. Napoli lose to Udinese 1-0. Juventus beat 10 men Bologna 1-0. Inter Milan beat Genoa 2-0, and AC Milan tie Sassuolo 2-2. We did have a Christian Pulisic goal, but that was ruled offsides with VAR. However, I disagree with the call, and I know that some of the announcers were disagreeing with it as well. So, yeah, we got robbed, and it should have been 3-1 AC Milan at least, but that's besides the point. So our standings in Serie A, atop is Inter Milan with 33, followed by AC Milan with 32, then Napoli with 31, followed by Roma with 27. Juventus hop up into the top 5 spots with 26 points, and Bologna now move down to 6th place with 25 points. And then in the Premier League, we have Man City beating Crystal Palace 3-0. Tottenham lose to Nottingham Forest 3-0. Liverpool beat Brighton 2-0. And Chelsea beat Everton 2-0. Arsenal beat Wolves with a last-minute own goal to win 2-1. Now, both of the goals for Arsenal were own goals, so they didn't technically score any goals, which is like, but I guess all big teams have to stumble at some point, like Bayern did. But we'll get to that in a second. And then Manchester United will play Monday at 3 p.m. And again, we'll have to put in a graphic because we are recording this Sunday and they don't play till Monday. So fun time. And then atop of Premier League is Arsenal with 36 still, then Man City with 34, then Aston Villa with 33, and then Chelsea and Crystal Palace swap places. Chelsea is now up to 4th with 28 points, and Crystal Palace is in 5th with 26. Then La Liga, we have Atleti beating Valencia 2-1, Real Madrid beating Alaves 2-1, and Barcelona beating Osasuna, something like that, 2-0. Barcelona is still atop of La Liga with 43, then Real Madrid with 39, Villarreal with 35, Atletico in 4th, still with 34 points. They've managed to close the gap a bit to Villarreal. And then Espanyol with 30, and Real Betis with 24 in the last European spots. And then the Bundesliga, where we have Leipzig losing to Union Berlin 3-1, Leverkusen being Cologne 2-1, Wolfsburg beating Gladbach 3-1. I believe Gio Reyna had an assist in this game, but other than that, Gladbach didn't look great at all. And then 10 men Dortmund tie Freiburg 1-1. Joe Bellingham got the red card in the 53rd minute for Dortmund, and that kind of like altered how the game went, because then after that Freiburg were able to score a goal sometime in the 70s. But now we come to Bayern Munich, where we tie Mainz 2-2. Mainz is at the bottom of the table, so I'm kind of confused how we're tying with them, but that's fine, I guess. Our goals were scored by Leonard Carl, of course, and Harry Kane in the 29th and 87th minute. Harry's was a penalty. Leonard's was from open play. And then we had 10 shots on target, 22 shots total, 84% of possession, and 7 corners. And then during the game, Alphonso Davies got a ridiculous yellow card for celebrating getting a corner, which I'm still kind of confused how he got the yellow for that, because all he did was fist bump the air and maybe yell, but like he didn't do it directly at anyone, so I'm like, it can't be taunting like in the NFL. I'm just like confused why he got the yellow, but yeah, I don't know. But we have yet to lose the last game of the first half of the season. We haven't lost the last game of the first half of the season the past 12 seasons, and that will be next week. So we need Luis Diaz to come back ASAP, because we just can't seem to play as well without him. or Jamal Musiala. He should be joining us shortly next month, hopefully, if everything goes as planned with his recovery. So I'm praying for it. And we play Heidenheim, so honestly, I think we play Heidenheim. I'm not 100% sure, but we should win regardless. So that's what I said about this week, and we tied. But we still remain top of the table with 38 points in the Bundesliga. Leipzig has 29. Dortmund also has 29. The only difference between the two is goal differential, and Leipzig has a better one than Dortmund. And then Leverkusen sits fourth with 26, and Hoffenheim also has 26, but again, goal differential. And then Stuttgart is in the last European spot with 25 points. Ooh, and now that we got all of that done, we will go over to the NFL.
Alright, guys, so here are our scores. Currently, the Vikings and the Cowboys are playing, and it's 14-14. It's in the second quarter, and they have like 2 minutes left on the clock. So we're about to go into halftime. I'll probably insert who wins, or I'll leave it to y'all to figure out. But the Falcons beat the Bucks 29-28. The Ravens beat the Bengals 24-0. The Eagles beat the Raiders 31-0. The Texans beat the Cardinals 40-20. The Chargers beat the Chiefs 16-13. The Bills beat the Patriots 35-31. The Jaguars beat the Jets 48-20. The Commanders beat the Giants 29-21. The Bears beat the Browns 31-3. The Saints beat the Panthers 20-17. The Rams beat the Lions 41-34. The Seahawks beat the Colts 18-16. The Broncos beat the Packers 34-26. And the 49ers beat the Titans 37-24. And the Dolphins versus the Steelers are tomorrow at 8:15 p.m. Eastern Time. But you guys have hopefully will be either watching the game or know what the score is. So that's on you, boo. But now to game-altering plays. First things first, we have the Seahawks kicker, Jason Myers, had all of the team's points in their win over the Colts.
Yeah, he becomes the first Seahawks kicker to make 6 field goals in a game. So, shout out Jason Myers.
Yeah. And then the Bills duo quarterback Josh Allen and running back James Cook took over in the second half to outscore the Patriots 28-7 as the Patriots lose for the first time since September. That's my quarterback.
Yeah, Josh Allen was 19 for 28. He had 193 yards, 3 touchdowns, and a rating of 123.1. And James Cook had 22 carries for 107 yards and 2 touchdowns. So they were very, very good, and they were not doing great at halftime, and then they come back and they outscore the Bills 28-7. I mean, the Patriots 28-7 in the second half, and yeah, it was crazy.
And then we have the Jaguars quarterback Trevor Lawrence absolutely dogging on the Jets. He had over 300 passing yards, 5 touchdowns, over 50 rushing yards, and 1 rushing touchdown in their win. Thanks, Trevor.
Burrow was like, he was dogging on the Jets. Let me just tell you, dogging on them. They had. Oh boy. I do also want to talk about the Saints-Panthers game because I tuned in at the start of the fourth quarter. It was 17-17 or something like that. And I was like, it's going to be fine. The Panthers are going to come back and they're going to pull off a win. No, that didn't happen. So, it was like both teams didn't want to score. They kind of just went back and forth. And then eventually, the Saints got within field goal range. And this Irish kicker, Cam Smith, I think his name is. I know the last name's correct. The first name might not be, but the last name is. And he's from Ireland. And he made the game-winning field goal.
Good for him.
Yeah.
We need some more Irish guy playing football, I guess. But then we have our game injuries. If you guys don't already know this, which you probably do because it's probably everywhere, the Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes tears his ACL in the final 20 seconds in the team's loss to the Chargers.
Yeah.
Now, guys, this sucks for him, but as a Chiefs non-fan, sorry. But then we have initial belief is that Packers defensive end.
End.
Yes. Micah Parson also tears his ACL and lost to the Broncos.
Yeah, that also wasn't pretty.
And then the Rams wide receiver Devontae Adams aggravates his hamstring injury.
Yeah, this one was nasty, let me just tell you, because the way it went down was he was running her out, and you could tell the exact moment that the hamstring went. And we were just all sitting there like, ugh, ugh. But Patrick Mahomes' injury, he already had said before the game, like he had been on injury report, so we all knew that his left knee was not great. And the way that the leg planted, you could tell the exact moment that it was done for as well. Micah Parsons, I didn't see that one, and I hope that I don't because it's not great.
I watched multiple ACL tears, and I swear every one of them just makes me audibly cringe. Like I
Yeah,
can,
you're just like, bless, that's not me.
yeah, I can look in nursing. You have your specific things. Don't tell me how it happened unless I absolutely need to know, and don't show me how it happened. I'm just gonna take care of you because if you tell me how it happens or you show me, I'm out, dude. It audibly makes me cringe inside. I can't do it. But if I have to watch it or hear about it, I will do it. But if I'm given the option not, I'm out, dude. I can't do it. Cause then I feel like I'm experiencing it through like them, and I'm just like I can't do it. But to move on from injuries, now we have the teams eliminated from the playoffs. So these are the teams that are joining: the Giants, Cardinals, Titans, Jets, Raiders, Saints, Falcons, Browns, Washington, and the Cardinals is the Bengals, Chiefs, and Vikings. So sucks be them. The teams that have clinched the playoff spots are surprisingly the Broncos and the Rams. So good for them. And then we have some news. So this year's playoffs will be the first without Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, and Patrick Mahomes since 1998. The Chiefs have been eliminated from the playoffs, but the Dolphins' playoffs hopes are still alive, and they were once 2-7. So
yeah, crazy.
I'm telling y'all, it was rigged the whole time, and it was the Chiefs. But moving on, because guys, we don't have any racing. Like racing's done. So, sadly, to rate our points. But if you don't want to miss any of our racing information, we do have past videos. You can go check out our playlist, and we have let's see, our final video season recap coming out sooner than later. So if you don't want to miss that, because it will be part of the 12 Days of Christmas, go check it out.
Yeah,
Keep
they'll be out this week.
Don't go check it out, but like if you're watching this later, definitely go check it out. I don't know what I'm saying. I'll let him do the radar, please.
Yeah, last week Julie had Bills, Patriots, Colts, Seahawks, Packers, Broncos. All of those games did not disappoint. I had Inter versus Liverpool on Tuesday or Real Madrid versus Man City. You can check out our Champions League video to see our recaps on both of those games because we did do a Champions League video, and that should be out because that's day 2 and this is day 3. So go back a day and watch. But this week, I have Spurs versus Liverpool in the Premier League. That will be Saturday at 12:30 Eastern Standard Time. And then Juventus versus Roma is also on Saturday at 2:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as well.
And I have 2 games. They were last minute picks, so don't hate on me. If you have better games in mind, leave them in the comments. But I have the Patriots versus the Ravens, and then I have the Bucks versus the Panthers. Both I think will be pretty good games. We'll see. But again, if you have better games in mind, just let me know because maybe I'll watch those instead.
Well, Bucks and Panthers is an NFC South divisional game, and it's crucial for both teams to win that game to see who gets that playoff spot, because that will have huge complications, especially because the Bucks lost to the Falcons, but the Panthers beat the Falcons, and then they were atop of the NFC South, but then the Panthers lost the Saints, which they shouldn't have lost, and the Bucks beat the Saints. So, it's a mess. But it's playoff complications coming into play then. And I believe the same thing for the Ravens and the Patriots, but I think it's more crucial for the Ravens to win that than the Patriots, because the Patriots have a game buffer to Buffalo, but they should make it through regardless. So
that is our radar points. If you don't want to miss any of our other 12 Days of Christmas videos, as this is the 3rd one, if you've missed the 1st or the 2nd one, go check them out now. And if you would like to let us know what videos you are most excited for seeing, or videos we think we will be doing but you don't know, let us know in the comments. We do have some fun videos prepared for y'all, and we can't wait for you to see them. We do have a live stream coming up and a Fortnite video, so if you don't want to miss those, subscribe, like, and turn on our post notifications. And check out our links in the description below for our other social media pages, because if you don't want to miss that live stream, we most likely will let you know ahead of time, at least a couple of days in advance, when we're doing it, so you know to hop in and join and ask those questions, and get some questions ready for us, and hopefully we can answer them to the best of our abilities. So yeah, I hope you like this video.